Bang.
Yay!
So, like I said, this list was kind of spawned from all the places we went. My number 5, like I said, the big cities. It's always hit or miss if you're gonna hit rush hour. Like I said, I tried to time it to where I was, counting in my head. Okay, we're gonna hit this city at this time, this city at this time. This is either gonna suck or this will be cool. And it didn't deter me. I still stuck with the plan, and it sucked. And I think out of those 7 or 8 major cities, at least 4 of them, we got stuck in downtown, just gridlock. Took 20 minutes to get through, moving, a mile a minute. And yeah, it sucked. So, Bad Habits by The Offspring.
Ooh.
This song came on a few times during, because I was like, okay, go back to that one. And I've always loved this song, and I think this is my favorite album from them. And not to put anything the other albums, but this one was the first one. This was 1994, and we're gonna find out that 1994 was a good vacation year for music for me, because there's 3 songs from 1994. But my number 4 is not from 1994. It's from 1975.
Ooh.
It's from the Ohio Players, because I was in Ohio. And it's Rollercoaster of Love, because we rode a whole lot of roller coasters. And this kid is not afraid of anything. And I used to not be afraid of anything, but now I'm worried about dying or killing her. So I did not have very much fun.
Oh, goodness.
And I swear these rides are 1,000 times faster than they were 20 years ago when I rode them.
Oh my
And
god.
I'm like, they don't have to make these things go so fast. Slow it
Yeah.
down. We
Yeah, I
had fun
can't do
though.
roller coasters.
I mean, there were a lot of good rides that didn't scare the shit out of me. She wanted to do the one we took 300 feet up, and they just drop you. And I'm like, oh my god, what have you got me into? What have you got me in? And of course, they leave you up there for a minute. They leave you up there in suspense, so you don't know when you're gonna drop. And I'm just like, oh my god, oh my god, oh my god, oh my god. I'm not trying not to out loud freak out. She
Oh,
would have thought
wow.
it was funny because she was cool. I mean, but I think she was a little petrified on all of it. But we did them all.
Oh,
We got
man.
through all the crazy rides except for the ones that we said from the beginning we weren't gonna do. I didn't want to do loopties. It's like, I don't want to do loopties. And she said she didn't want to either. And then she changed her mind. She's like, Dad, let's do it. I'm like, no. I think we accidentally got on some loopies and we didn't know it. But like the Kings Island, if you ever get up that way, like I said, it's a little pricey. Everything's gotten pricey. So, but it is stupid insane. They're fast if you're into that stuff. Because I wanted to crap myself, and I think it would have probably went a little different if she wasn't with me, or if I didn't have a kid, and if I wasn't worried, if no one was relying on me to be alive, I think I would have enjoyed it. But I don't know. But my number 3, Waterfalls, TLC, because we went to a
Yeah.
really big waterfall. Like I said, Niagara Falls, it was insane. Just you feel so tiny, that water just flowing over there in that big ass lake. Lake Erie. Just like, oh my god, we've been driving 3 hours and this is still the lake. Okay, I mean, imagine, getting around it, I don't even know how, but we went over a small section, or the circumference, and it was 3 hours. And
Wow.
it looped back around, and then we were like 20 minutes away from Lake Ontario, but we were over New York and we got the hell out of there. But
Oof.
TLC Waterfalls, 1994, Craxysexycool album. That was the second 94. The third 94, right here in my number 2, Crash and Burn by Blues Traveler. This one reminded me of Dad. Dad was the one who got me into Blues Traveler. And the first half of the trip, the first 3 days of the trip, was hanging out in Ohio, Chillicothe, Ohio. That's where my dad grew up. And I haven't seen them. They came down 9 years ago when Dad passed. And then some of them I haven't seen even longer. But come to find out, some of my aunt and my cousin hadn't talked to each other in forever, 5-6 years. Who knows? They couldn't tell you. They couldn't even tell you why. And so my aunt was taking me over to my cousin's house, and she's like, "Well, if 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 we're not welcome here, we'll just drop you off. I'm like, no, 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 no. It's a package deal. That's how it is. And what I remember as a kid, when Dad would roll into town, I mean, everybody just flocked and just all the grown-ups yapped. But as a kid, we all had our cousins, and so we got to go do the dumb stuff with our cousins and have fun.
Mhm.
Joe didn't have that, so she had to sit and listen to us old people yap. And so I felt a little bad for that. The first 3 days weren't her favorite, but we got to go old cave, and that was pretty cool.
Mhm. Yeah, I saw those pictures.
Yeah, that was a fun experience too. We left just when it started, right before it started raining, and it was pouring. And we were 100 feet down in this gorge, and it was tough getting up when it was just moist from the rain the day before. Fresh
Mhm.
rain, we would have. I mean, they would have had to helicopter us both out of there. We were like,
Oh, Lord.
we're done. My number one, I was worried Coach was going to take when he said the island songs, because this is an island song, and it had to be number one because Toes, Zach Brown Band. I really enjoy him. You're not a fan?
He
Your
said
word, I was
no.
gonna take a Zach Brown Band song. Come on, man.
That face was
Nothing wrong
classic.
with it. No, nothing wrong with it. It's a fine song. Just you will never have to worry that I will ever take a Zach Brown song from you.
I didn't like him at first, but I like him now.
That's okay.
I seen him live. I got drugged to a concert before I was a real fan,
Mhm.
and I seen him live, and that's what sold it for me. He's a talented dude, So I just kind of put it back as he's just another what are they just put on the marketing ploy. I can't think of the words. I can't word right now, but I thought he wasn't really real, and he seemed pretty real with his playing and everything and what he said. So he sold me.